Hello folks, this is Graham Walker coming to you live from the First Direct Bank in Leeds, and I've got him in front of me. I've got the beast himself. I've got Eddie Hall. Eddie, how are you?
I'm alright guys, how are you?
Do you know what? I'm just going to pin you a little mic on there if we wouldn't mind.
For sure, no problem.
You've got a big enough voice, I'm sure it'll carry back to Stoke. I've got to ask you though, Eddie, I've got to congratulate you first of all again, world's strongest man. How does that feel?
Feels pretty cool. You know, being the actual strongest man on the planet has been a childhood dream of mine, and to actually go and achieve it and be the alpha male is it's pretty nice. It's pretty fulfilling for sure.
Well, I'm just going to show everybody again here. It's I'm talking to the world's strongest man, Eddie Hall, and we're at live from First Direct Bank because you've actually got something special that's happening, and I'm just going to show them that. That's the Europe's strongest man, and it's coming to the First Direct Arena, and that's going to be on April the 7th. Now, there's not a lot of tickets left, but there's a lot of expectations.
Yeah.
Eddie, you're going to be facing up to your arch enemy for the first time in a long time.
Yep.
Thor.
Yep.
What's going to happen?
Well, you know, the last time we saw each other, bit of sour grapes between us. Obviously, I won the world's strongest man. He came second by a narrow point, and you know, I think we've both been training very hard. You know, Thor's just won the Arnolds as well. He's looking very strong. And I suppose we've got a score to settle. You know, we've got Europe's strongest man on April 7th, and you know, it's a month away. You know, and there's massive anticipation. It's going to be one of the most fierce battles ever to be seen in strongman. I can guarantee you that.
Well, I'm just putting a picture up here for just to remind people of who we're talking about when we're talking about Thor, and also just a shot of him here from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Now, is he a strongman, or is he an actor, or is he a bit of both? What's happening with Thor?
I mean, strongman is predominantly Thor is predominantly a strongman for sure. He has gone off the rails and done his acting career in the early days, but I think he has really knuckled down now. You know, there's no excuses. You know, he is 100% dedicated to the sport. As far as I'm aware, he's the same as myself. He's just doing the odd appearance, you know, here and there, but he's training full time. You know, he wants this title more than anything, and so do I.
Well, I'm just putting a picture up here actually. You're showing you're holding up the big, huge hammer that you brought with you today actually. This is Thor's hammer, or is it Thor's hammer, or is it Beast's hammer? What's happening?
Oh, it's not Thor's hammer anymore, it's the Beast's hammer, for sure.
And in terms of the competition, I mean, it might sound like a bit of a pun, but are you going to hammer him?
Yeah, that's the plan. You know, I'm coming in all guns blazing. There'll be no prisoners. That's for sure. I'm gonna come and dominate. That's the plan.
And in terms of the event, it's sponsored obviously by the First Direct Bank here in Leeds, and that's where you're visiting today. We're going to talk to some people in a minute. I mean, how important is it that you get great sponsors like this to make sure that strongman gets the kind of platform it deserves, Eddie?
Sponsors are key in almost every sport. You know, we are always self-funded. And it's the sponsors that give us the opportunities to move into these big arenas, the First Direct Arena, for example, and make us put these huge shows on with huge crowds, taking it to the next level. You know, just like the WWE did. You know, strongman was once a car park sport, and we are moving into the big arenas.
You really are now. I mean, you gain millions of views as well. I'm just going to show people a picture of you. This is when you won World's Strongest Man on TV this Christmas. And I'm guessing that this show at in Leeds is going to be screened this Christmas, isn't it?
It is indeed. It'll be filmed and aired and edited, ready for Channel 5 at Christmas, along with all the other strongman shows. The great UK Christmas tradition of having your Christmas dinner and then sitting down and watching the World's Strongest Man final. Can't beat it.
Well, you can beat it only one way. That's being there live. Now, there's only a few tickets left, but why should people come and watch this live? What makes it so special, Eddie?
The strongman, yes, you can sit at home and watch on TV, but to strongman, to come and watch it live and feel the atmosphere, you know, to get the crowd. When I pulled half a tonne in First Direct Arena a couple of years back, I had 12,000 people on their feet screaming at me. You know, the atmosphere was electric. It makes the hairs stand up on the back of your neck, and that's the difference. You know, you're paying for the atmosphere. You're paying to be there to see it live. You can almost feel the weights for the athletes.
You can, yeah, and I'm going to show some people some footage we shot of you winning the Britain's Strongest Man only about 6 weeks ago. But before we do that, obviously your time's precious. I know you're going to be speaking to others, so I'm going to have to let you go. We're going to speak to some other people behind Giants Live. But can I just say, can you guarantee to your fans they can bank on Eddie to actually pull it off again at Europe's Strongest Man? And indeed, are you going for any more world titles?
They can indeed bank on the beast. You know, whatever I say, I do. And as to date, I've had a few hiccups, but in the end, overall, I've always come through shining. I've always delivered on what I've said. And one thing I do want to deliver at Europe's Strongest Man 100% is the log press world record. I want to press 230 kilos above my head, maybe more, and I will own all the world records in strongman, virtually, world strongest man title, and just to solidify as one of the, if not the, strongest man in history.
I'm just going to show people, Eddie, and then I'm going to have to let you go. But I'm going to show him lifting half a tonne. The first man on the planet in strongman competitions to do this. Let me just show people that first, and just to get a final reaction from you.
Superman Eddie Hall has muscled his way into the history books by deadlifting and knee crunching world record half a tonne at Leeds Arena, but he says it almost killed him.
So there you go, Eddie, that way you're lifting half a tonne. I mean, the first man on point to do it in Leeds.
Yeah.
And you say that you're going to break more world records this time around?
100%. I mean, as you just saw, you know, the half a tonne deadlift was the most iconic lift in history. You know, that'll be remembered forever. The first man to pull half a tonne, and 12,000 people were there to witness it. It was amazing.
And next comes the log press. Just remind people what you're going to be doing at Europe's Strongest Man on the 7th of April here in Leeds.
For sure. So April 7th, me and Thor going head to head. It's going to be the most fierce strongman battle you'll ever see, and whilst I'm there, why not throw in a world record log press just to finish off? You know, why not?
Eddie, you know, it's always a pleasure to speak to you, mate. Good luck. Power to your elbow. I don't think you need that. You've got it already. But thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, so my name's Graham Walker. Here I am at the First Direct Bank in Leeds, and I'm actually now going to be talking to some of the guys behind Giants Live. So first of all, I'm going to get one of the main man himself.
Absolutely.
And that's Colin Bryce. So Colin, how are you?
Missing a tooth.
Yeah, I noticed that this morning. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say you're as big as Eddie, but I didn't want to have a confrontation with you. How are you?
Good, mate. Yeah, very good. Yeah, we're here at the First Direct Bank, who helped sponsor our event, Europe's Strongest Man, making it bigger and better than ever this year. Obviously, the beast is looking beast-like. He's almost got his own gravity. He's so big. I think he's going to go meet a few of the people who work here.
Well, I've just put details up there. It's at the First Direct Arena here in Leeds, and it's on April the 7th. There's not that many tickets left, is there?
I think we could get a sellout. I think it's going to be, 12,000 is very doable, which would be bigger than any darts crowd ever. It'd be one of the biggest, besides football. It's immense, really. We got Thor, we got Eddie, we got Zadrunas. First event's the log championship, so everyone in the world is there. It's not just Europe's Strongest Man. So Eddie's going to make an assault on what is probably, along with the deadlift, the other main world record. And of course Zadrunas, who holds that record, the strongest man in history, is there to battle him. But my goodness me, Thor Björnsson, the 3 times Europe's Strongest Man, is just enormous at the moment. 6'9", about 32, 33 stone, with abdominal muscles looking ripped and massive. He's coming for his 4th title. So he just won a contest last week, the Arnold Schwarzenegger contest, and he looks like he could run through a wall. I mean, he's extraordinary. So the beast and all these guys, they got their work cut out.
Well, you know what, we're going to talk to your partner in crime, Darren Sadler, in a second, and he can tell us all about what we're doing down here today as well. But Colin, before we do that, we've actually got him here, I know. But before we have a word, before we have a word with him, I've actually got a bit of footage here from Britain's Strongest Man, just to give people an idea of what Eddie's capable of, and indeed what they're going to expect.
Cool.
Third place, Mr. Terry Holmes. Graham Hicks's second place. And Eddie, the Beast Hall, is Britain's Strongest Man 2018.
The world's strongest man, Eddie the Beast Hall, retained his Britain's strongest man title at Sheffield Flydales Arena for a record 5th time. But today, in an exclusive interview, he described the win as a miracle after battling a secret crippling injury. It all came down to the Atlas Stones, and Eddie, albeit a determined Graham Hicks into second place with Terry Hollands third, ripped off his shirt Hulk Hogan style, and the crowd went wild.
I had a really bad injury 7 months ago. I dislocated my hip, and the journey to this has been horrendous, more mentally than anything, because all the pressure's on me to win it, and obviously with the injury I've had, it's been a horrendous lead up. So to pull it off quite comfortably, I wouldn't say too comfortably, is a miracle, because 2 months ago I couldn't even deadlift 200 kilo. So this is quite it's good, very good. I also don't go out and try and dislocate your hip, but if anyone has dislocated their hip, they know what I've been through, and it has been, I was in a wheelchair for a week. The recovery was horrendous. So I'm very lucky to be standing, yet alone winning Britain's Strongest Man.
You didn't reveal any of that beforehand. Was that a psychological thing?
Yeah, I don't want the competitors knowing that I've crippled myself a few months back. So it gives them the edge mentally. So it was obvious I had an injury because I've been limping around the place and people have been talking, but nobody knew the extent.
In your book, you were saying that 60% Eddie Hall can beat anybody else. What were you today? Were you 60%?
I was probably about 75, 80. Yeah, nowhere near my strongest.
Well, listen, the next one, April, Leeds First Direct Arena. You're going to be there. You're going to be Europe's strongest man.
Europe's strongest man. We've got me, my arch rival Thor. So we've got a score to settle. So me and Thor are going to have out Europe's.
Fantastic. All right, well done.
Thank you very much.
All right, so there we go. That was Eddie again talking about Europe's strongest man, and I've now got Darren Sadler in front of me. Darren.
Hey guys.
Hello, mate. Can you just then tell me just a little bit about what we're doing down here today at First Direct Bank?
Yeah, I mean, Eddie's just come down to meet some of the guys down here and shake hands, and also promote the show that we've got coming up in I think it's 4 weeks this weekend. It's the 7th of April at the arena. Just talking about what he's going to do, how his training's going. Looks as big as ever, looks great, but obviously all these guys are gunning for that title, so everyone's putting the work in, and best man's going to win.
Now, just tell me, I'm just going to put some information up here if people still want tickets, but they're going to have to hurry, aren't they? Because this is heading for a sellout.
Yeah, it's heading for a sellout. Yeah, it's just growing every year, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is. The strongman's just really sort of taken off. We're trying to do as good a job as we can to make it look as spectacular and really showcase these guys. We've got a lot of good characters coming through, athletes making a name for themselves, not just the sport. Actually, the personal lives and their own characters coming through, and doing other things other than strongman, some acting roles and things like this. So they're getting, Thor doing Game of Thrones. Eddie's done a couple of film appearances, and they're getting more and more known in household names, as opposed to just coming on TV at Christmas for a few weeks.
You mentioned Thor, and I'm just going to put him up there to show everybody. Obviously, that's from Game of Thrones, and here's a picture of him sat in the gym. He looks ferocious. I mean, has he got a chance of Europe's strongest man retaining his title?
Yeah, I think he's got every chance, because he's just been to the Arnold Classic last week and he won that, which is a very heavy show, and he won that convincingly against a lot of really good guys. But again, you see, everything's got to be going his way to be able to win it, because everyone's very hungry for it. So, but I think he's certainly one of the guys that is going to be up there with a chance of winning it.
We just had a chat with Eddie, and he was saying that Thor's hammer is now becoming known as the Beast hammer. Is that true?
Well, definitely there's a little bit of rivalry there. There's the relationship's not fantastic between those guys, which, to be honest with you, from our point of view, probably makes for a better show. There's a bit of rivalry there, but all good.
Now, Eddie, he said he's going for another world record. He loves breaking world records in Leeds, doesn't he? Just tell us about it.
Well, for the last 2 years he has done. Last year he broke the actual world record by a fair margin, and even more than that, he did the 500 kilo deadlift, which the deadlift's gone up by 1 kilo at a time for a number of years, and he smashed it up by 40 kilos in one day. So he wants to get this world log record. he says he can. I mean, if you go in history, you can't really argue with the guy. If he says he's going to do something, so far he's just done it, you know. So.
Well, I'm just going to. People want to catch up. Please watch this back on repeat. It'll be available when it finishes. I think what we'll also do is, well, look, why don't we give away a pair of tickets? Why don't we say anybody who share and like this post for a chance to win?
Yeah.
Share and like the post for a chance to win, and we'll give a pair of tickets.
We'll give a couple of tickets away, and just keep it moving, guys. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to show. This is Eddie in action when he won the recent Britain's Strongest Man in Sheffield. And you're coming back to Sheffield, aren't you, as well, Darren?
100%. Yeah.
All right. Let's just show that.
Third place, Mr. Jay Horns. Graham Hicks in second place. And Eddie the Beast Hall is Britain's Strongest Man 2018.
The world's strongest man, Eddie the Beast Hall, retained his Britain's Strongest Man title at Sheffield Arena for a record 5th time. But today, in an exclusive interview, he described the win as a miracle after battling a secret crippling injury. It all came down to the Atlas Stones, and Eddie, albeit a determined Graham Hicks into second place with Terry Holland's third, ripped off his shirt Hulk Hogan style, and the crowd went wild.
I had a really bad injury 7 months ago, dislocated my hip, and the journey to this has been horrendous, more mentally than anything, because all the pressure's on me to win it. And obviously with the injury I've had, it's been a horrendous lead up. So to pull it off quite comfortably, I wouldn't say too comfortably, is a miracle, because 2 months ago I couldn't even deadlift 200 kilo. So this is quite it's good, very good. I also don't go out and try and dislocate your hip, but if anyone has dislocated their hip, they know what I've been through, and it has been, I was in a wheelchair for a week. The recovery was horrendous. So I'm very lucky to be standing, yet alone winning Britain's Strongest Man.
You didn't reveal any of that beforehand. Was that a psychological thing?
Yeah, I don't want the competitors knowing that I've crippled myself a few months back. So it gives them the edge mentally. So it was obvious I had an injury because I've been limping around the place and people have been talking, but nobody knew the extent.
In your book, you were saying that 60% Eddie Hall can beat anybody else. What were you today? Were you 60%?
I was probably about 75, 80. Yeah, nowhere near my strongest.
Well, listen, the next one, April, Leeds First Direct Arena. Are you going to be there? You're going to be Europe's Strongest Man?
Europe's Strongest Man. We've got me, my arch rival Thor. So we've got a score to settle. So me and Thor are going to have out Europe's.
Fantastic. All right, well done.
Thank you very much.
Right, folks, this is Graham Walker. I'm coming to you live today from First Direct Bank here in Leeds. We're going to be sponsoring again Europe's Strongest Man, and here I have the man to tell us all about it from the bank. So tell me first of all, what's your name, what's your job, what are you doing here?
So my name's Joe and I'm the head of First Direct Bank.
All right, so I've got the main man himself.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
All right, Joe, so come on, tell me, why World's Strongest Man, Europe's Strongest Man here in Leeds again? You've been a big supporter of it for a number of years now.
So this is our third year, and it's the third year at the FD Arena, which we sponsor in Leeds. We're obviously a key linchpin of this community in Leeds, and we want to make sure we support it. But also supporting things like Strongest Man with its growing fan base is great for us. We're really proud to be part of it, and ongoing making sure that we give that support from First Direct to Europe's Strongest Man.
I'm just putting details up now, so if people want tickets, it's at Leeds First Direct Arena on Saturday, April the 7th.
That's right, I will be there in person. I think I have the privilege of handing the trophy out, which I can't wait for as well. So hopefully going to be a great day, sponsored by First Direct at the First Direct Arena.
And we've got the website details there for firstdirect.com. We're also going to be all over our website, so there'll be more details. But yeah, I mean, it's a great community family brand, this, isn't it? It fits very well with First Direct.
So First Direct has always been out there for those free-thinking can-doers. There's always been about pioneering amazing customer service. We won many awards over the year. Only last year voted number 2 for customer service across all of the UK. And actually we're really proud of both adding to the community, driving customer service, and being part of things like this, great initiatives such as World's Strongest Man and Europe's Strongest Man.
All right, Joe, well listen, thank you for that. I'm just going to finish with a little piece. You sponsored the event, I think it was a couple of years ago now, when Eddie actually broke an amazing world record. First man on the planet to lift half a tonne. We're just going to show people that again.
I remember
now.
seeing it.
All right.
This is
Superman Eddie Hall has muscled his way into the history books by deadlifting and knee-crunching world record half a tonne at Leeds Arena. But he says it almost killed him.
Well, there we go. That looked absolutely amazing. And I'm now with Bill Casimir. Bill, 4 times world's strongest man, legend in his own life. How much of a legend is Eddie going to become?
You know, Eddie has reached the top so fast. He's so big, doing the half-ton deadlift. He's off after the world record log press. He's up against some tough guys, but he's going to become somebody who will be remembered for a long, long time. You know, you have Jeff Capes from the 80s, and Jamie Reeves, 89 champion, and now the Beast, current champion, and could probably go on and beat guys for years and years to come.
And you know what, he's a big tough guy, but he's a big softy as well. We can see him with families back there. He loves meeting his fans, doesn't he?
Oh, he's so good with people. He has such a warm heart. He's got passion for his sport, but love for people, including children. And for sure, he's going to make a difference in this world. Probably going into schools and encouraging them and telling people firsthand what it's like to be a champion, how to become a champion, a winner, a conqueror, a striver, and victorious. And he has done all those things, starting as a swimmer and now the world's strongest man. What a great man he is.
And now I'll just put some details up here about the Europe's strongest man, which Eddie will be at. He's just told he's going to go for a log press world record.
Right.
But people who've never been before, why should they come and see it live?
Well, you're going to see cars being carried, a big heavy farmer's walk, deadlift for reps. The ultimate stones will be the last event. And of course, as we said, the overhead press, the log press. You know, guys like Iron Baby from Africa, really haven't seen much of him, but he's going to be phenomenal in that. Also, Big Z. He's won 4 times the world's strongest man, 8 times the Arnolds, a couple times in the IFSA. He's probably the greatest ever. And Mark Felix, Adam Bishop, you've got Graham Hicks, and you know, Hafþór Björnsson, just off his Arnold win, is in such fantastic shape. It's going to be a real head-to-head between him and the Beast, Eddie Hall. I don't know where I'm going to put my money. I'm in a bank right now, so I can transfer a bunch of it and make a big bet. But it's going to be so much fun to come down and watch these guys go to battle. And I'll be on the microphone with Colin, making a TV show that's going to be seen in probably 45 different countries. So come and be part of the show and enjoy it.
So you'll get to see this at Christmas on TV, but there's nothing like seeing it live, is there, Bill?
Oh, I'll tell you, the energy in the crowd. We say that it becomes electric. The passion from the audience. They actually get involved and send their energy right down onto the floor. And these athletes go crazy because of all that screaming.
All right, Bill. Well, listen, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you ever so much for your time. Just going to remind everybody again that the Europe's strongest man is coming to the First Direct Arena in Leeds on April the 7th. This is Graham Walker signing off. Thanks for being with us, guys. Watch this back, share and like the post for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see the Beast himself. And we'll just show him again down here, look, at First Direct Bank, meeting everybody today. You can actually meet up with him down at the First Direct Arena on April the 7th. Eddie, just finally, just tell us again what's going to happen on April the 7th.
April 7th, I'm going to hit the what's it out of Thor's ass.
Well, there you go, you heard it from the Beast himself. This is Graham Walker signing off. Thanks a lot. Keep tuned, we've got lots of more great things to bring to you later today. Thank you, bye.